a fat loss of 30 inches for the last 4 years at the age of 54. And I do have to say is we have to do all 8 steps, and we really have to do them religiously every day. The first step, of course, I do find to wake up early, drink my keto coffee for the collagen, practice the fasting until noon, using the bone broth again to help me with my collagen, and also I'm not hungry after I drink bone broth. And then I do my workout in the morning. The beauty of it is you do it when you wake up. You don't have to worry about what you look like. You don't have to drive to the gym. It's free. I would suggest doing it before family members are up, so you just kind of have that quiet, calm, and peacefulness. Drink your coffee or work out, whichever order you prefer. Listen to some music. If you want to grab a friend or a family member who would like to work out with you, that's also can be a lot of fun. So we're going to start with chair squat. Each interval will take about 10 minutes. You are going to want to warm up your muscles. Do not stretch until you've done a couple exercises and your muscles are completely warmed up. So do a little jog. You can do some high marches. Set the timer for about 3 minutes. And so again, beginners, 30 seconds. Set your timer on your phone. Move up to a minute. Add 5 seconds a week. Do not go beyond a minute. So chair squat, as the term would make you think, feet are going to be hip width apart. Your arms are going to be straight out. You are going to be sitting in the chair. Sitting in the chair because we want to use our glutes. Oftentimes people strain their backs because they are using their back muscles to lift groceries, to lift their grandchild, to do daily activities, and are not strengthening their glutes. Want to do this exercise every day, even if you have a busy, crazy morning. Get it in before you go to bed because it's one of the most critical, essential exercises that we just really need for our whole entire lives so that we have strong glutes, so that we don't strain our back. The other thing, cellulite. Yes, people just think like, oh, everybody gets cellulite as they get older. But cellulite is just atrophied muscles. So you will notice that using the fasting, that's going to cause that muscles that are atrophied through the process of autophagy to get eaten up. As you're going to notice, your cellulite is definitely going away, and you just looks so much better in clothing when you have nice glutes. Sumo squat. So after you have done your chair squat and kind of warmed up, you're going to spread your toes apart. This is more of an advanced move. You may not be able to do this right at first. You're going to cross your arms like a sumo wrestler, and you're going to squat as low as you possibly can without straining yourself, of course. And keeping your back straight, engaging your core, using your quads, which are your outside thigh muscles. You should feel the burn there. You should obviously feel it in your glutes. And it should feel like a nice, wonderful little stretch. You should never exercise in pain. You should always feel good. You are going to feel it the next morning, of course. And there's linked to magnesium glycinate that will definitely take away muscle cramps. Of course, only use that with a doctor's approval, but it's something that we don't get often in our food. And it's going to really help with relaxing your muscles. So the next exercise we're going to do is called a Romanian deadlift. You will need a chair, something to hold on to. You are going to hold onto the chair. You're going to spread your feet hip width apart. Engage your core. Hands on chair. Bend your knees slightly. And then your leg is just going to go straight up. You may have a slight bend in your knee. That is perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be like ballerina straight like that with your toe pointed. But it should be as straight up as you possibly can go. Then you're going to switch legs at whatever time period you're on. Remember to add 5 seconds every week. And again, make sure your knees are both bent. Leg goes straight up. And that is definitely something you will feel the next day. There is a link. Magnesium glycinate does help those muscles to relax. Only take it with a doctor's recommendation, but that's something that definitely helps. For lunge, we're going to do both sides. You may start with your dominant leg. You're going to engage your core. You're going to hold in your core. Your hands are going to be on your hip. This is where the padded mat does come in very handy. You're going to step into the lunge. Feet hip width apart, engaging your core, and you're going to step. Your knee doesn't necessarily have to touch the mat, and certainly it may not if you were a beginner. And you're going to do this on each side. So I'm at a minute, so I do it in a minute on each side. If you're at 30 seconds, you're gonna do it on 30 seconds. Alrighty, the next exercises we'll be doing on our padded mat. We're gonna be laying on the floor. The first thing you're gonna do is go ahead and do some stretches. Our muscles are warm, never stretch cold muscles. So my very favorite stretch that I like to do is a hip stretch, where you're going to lean into your hip and stretch each side. Really want to do that every day. You want to prevent back problems. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do some yoga stretches, arching my back and going down into the cat cow. And I like to move into a child's pose, just stretching the back. So we're going to do our next glute workout. It's going to be called a glute bridge. And we're going to again do this for whatever time period you're on. The key is really engaging the glutes and holding that bridge as if you could put a dinner plate on it. So hold up your glutes. Want this to be flat. Hands should be flat on the floor, should be not on your neck. You need to be on your shoulders. And you're gonna hold this for a minute. You definitely feel that in your glutes. Make sure that you're breathing. And then go ahead and do a nice little back roll afterwards, just to kind of stretch your back out a little bit. Our next glute workout is going to be called a side clam. So you're going to lay on your side, on your elbow. Your ankles are going to be like they're attached, as if they're tied, but don't tie them. And you're just going to lift your leg up and touch. This is one that's like, can feel so easy unless you really think about it, where you have to just think of that mindful muscle movement, where you're working your inner thighs, which not many exercises do, and you are really trying to touch those knees and really trying to be very mindful in your movement, and you're going to do it on both sides. So this is going to be one of the easier ones after all those hard exercises. It's going to feel nice and yummy just to do a nice easy side clam. But again, just be very mindful and make sure that you're touching your knee as you come down and really engaging those muscles. So the next one we're going to do is our favorite, is that lovely plank. Plank is really and truly just one of the best exercises that you can do. Push-ups can sometimes be a little bit hard as we get older. So a plank exercises works pretty much every muscle in your body. When you want to do a good plank, keep your back flat, engage your glutes. It actually makes this so much easier. You may do the plank on elbow or straight arms. I'm gonna do my straight arm because it's a little bit easier. So, I'm sorry, it's a little bit harder. So you're gonna see, I'm gonna spread my feet apart. I'm gonna engage my core, engage my back, tighten my glutes, and I'm gonna squeeze back into my glutes. Your back should be as straight as possible. And make sure you breathe. All right. So when you are finished with your glute workout, now would be a good time to do another 3-minute run. I prefer to run outside, but you could run in place. You could just do high march, and then just come back and just do whatever little stretches that feel good and comfortable for you. So just a little hurdle stretch. I am literally not the world's most flexible person. So stretching can't really improve your flexibility that tremendously. It is kind of a genetic trait, so never stretch to the point of pain. only stretch to the point of feeling comfortable. But stretching is super, super important. It's just, I think sometimes people want to keep stretching to the point where they're in pain. So just a nice little stretch. And then we will be moving on to our core workout. Hey, Keto Cat. You sleepy today? Yes. You just want some love? Do you want some love, Keto Cat? Yes. What do you want? Your ears rubbed? Do you want a little ear rubby? Here you go. Is it good? Want more? Okay. More? Okay.